Well, Ross, out in 34, back in 34, 68, just three behind Sully. How did today go for you?
Um, I'd say overall it was decent. Um, a little bit of not a shaky start, but it wasn't really a solid start. Um, I think the hardest thing about it was the heat. I really struggled with the heat, and I used this stuff called Gamer Grip, which you put on your hands to stop yourself from sweating, and it had run out from when I put it on the driving range warm up to the fourth tee, and that's why my tee shot went so fast the right of my hand just slipped off the club. So I had to put it on 3 or 4 times today. So that was probably the most challenging part. But yeah, it was a tough day. It was very very hot. Ball was going a long way, but I think patience was a big thing. Hanging in there and then making those birdies coming up to the turn. I was really disappointed bogeying 9. Wanted to see if I could go, 3 rounds and then try and do 4 rounds without a bogey. So unfortunately that story came to an end. But yeah, it was nice to play what I felt was pretty solid on the back 9, couple of birdies. Disappointing not to birdie 18, but hey, still, 3 rounds in the 60s. I've got to be pretty pleased with that.
In a season that you've been fairly quiet, especially by what we've seen from you before, you don't seem to be playing bad golf at all, which is probably why I think you mentioned earlier in the week you were a little confused why you just can't put those 4 rounds together. Is this week giving you much confidence then for that?
Oh, hugely, yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said earlier on in the week, I feel like I've played, pretty good golf most of this year. It's been a tough year, for myself, for everybody involved. So, number one, we're just happy to be back out playing. The European Tour and Keith Pelly and everyone's done a great job in getting all these tournaments together. So, obviously, from a golfing standpoint, we're delighted to be back out playing. But yeah, there was a disappointing run around those UK events, missing quite a few cuts, feeling like I was playing well. I think the biggest thing is obviously it'd be nice to get the crowds back because for me the Scottish Open massive tournament it just didn't for me feel that big. It felt really flat and I just really struggled to get myself motivated and up for that week. So Wentworth was a big turning point. It felt like I played really well at Wentworth. Disappointing in Cyprus, but I took a lot away from Cyprus, even missing both cuts. I felt like I was playing well, so I put some hard work in. Come here refreshed, ready to put in a good solid performance here to consolidate my position for next week's DP World Championships. So 3 days down, one more to go, still in there with a chance.
On the bright side, though, you're 3 shots adrift from a lead of which Andy seems to be playing some of his best golf this week. What's the game plan for tomorrow, especially when things get a bit more serious here on the back 9?
Yeah, I think pretty much the same. Try and hit driver as much as possible. Probably myself and Lee, we didn't quite get our iron on the greens. I struggled a little bit with the speed. First 2 days, I feel like my speed's been really, really good, and when putts have gone in, they've gone in at a nice pace. I left a few putts short today, hit a few putts. Obviously, 18, I think, was a bit of a counteraction after leaving one so short on 17. To ram it past on 18 was disappointing, but it's still all to play for. Sully, he's playing well. He probably, by his standards, didn't play that great today, but he still, shot under par. So 3 behind. There's definitely still low scores out there. So hopefully I've just got to try and grab one for myself.
That's like tomorrow.
Thank you.